Welcome to the Adobe Connect tutorial. In it we'll go over connecting via VNC to the instructor PC, setting up the Adobe Connect page, recording the class, and ending the recording. You'll need to start up Adobe Connect on the computer that the instructor is using. Now, since you will not be at this computer while you're observing the class, you will need to locate the folder on your desktop that connects to the VNC shortcuts. This is about what your VNC shortcuts folder should look like. It includes links to computers across campus. For this example, we'll be using HAL 1344 Instructor PC. After you double-click on the appropriate Instructor PC's link, it'll bring up a window to that computer. When you click anywhere in that window, it will give you direct control of that computer. Now, your next step is to bring up Mozilla Firefox so you can select the correct Adobe Connect page. After Firefox starts up, you should be able to find the Adobe Connect links folder at the top of the page. When you click on that folder, it should drop down to various class Adobe Connect pages that you can bring up. For this example, we'll be using CE 326. Now you should be directed to the correct class Adobe Connect login page. Now, if you cannot find the Adobe Connect links folder, you can always type in connect.extension.istate.edu/ and then the class name, as you can see in the search bar above. So make sure you type in the correct login information and enter the room. This is what your Adobe Connect class page looks like right after you just signed in. First thing you'll want to do is to share the instructor's mic. Now, to do this, you press on the mic icon towards the top of the Adobe Connect page. A window will appear asking permission to share the mic, and of course you press allow and then close. Other computers may bring up a different permissions window that looks like this. For this one, you just have to press allow. Now you should notice that the mic icon at the top of the Adobe Connect page has turned green. Now your next step is located towards the left of the screen, and you must click on the Start My Webcam button. Adobe Connect now has access to the webcam to show the instructor. However, it is only a preview, so you must remember to also select Start Sharing. Now Adobe Connect will broadcast the instructor's webcam. Your next step is to select the Share My Screen button located at the center of the screen. The Start Screen Sharing window should pop up. You must make sure that the desktop option is selected and press Share. After you select Share, it will minimize Adobe Connect. Now, you're not done yet, so you'll need to bring up Adobe Connect by clicking on its icon located at the bottom of the screen. Once the Adobe Connect page has been opened again, you must look at the top right of the screen for a drop-down menu. Click on the little box and select Preview Screen. Now the online students will be able to see everything on the instructor's screen. Now this will be needed to view the instructor's presentation during class. Now your next step is to go under the Meeting tab. Under the Meeting tab, you will select Record Meeting. You must now type in the correct formatting of the class name, lecture number, and then the date, and only press OK once the instructor is ready to begin the class. After you press OK, a small red dot will appear at the top right of the Adobe Connect page, which means that the class is recording. Now you can minimize Adobe Connect to bring up the instructor's presentation. Once the class is completed, you can bring up Adobe Connect to end the recording. Remember, you can access Adobe Connect by selecting the Adobe Connect icon at the bottom of the screen. To end the recording, first select the little red circle and then click on Stop Recording. Now you can just exit out of Adobe Connect, or a more proper way is to go under Meeting and select End Meeting. If you end the meeting, that means that all of its participants or all of the online students will be removed from the meeting room, which entails that they will no longer be able to chat with one another in the meeting room. The window also requests for what sort of message to send to everyone once you have ended the meeting. And that all there really is to connecting to an instructor PC via VNC, setting up an Adobe Connect page, recording a class, and ending the recording. To see how to post the class video onto Blackboard, please see our other tutorial. Thanks for watching.